Hello! So this is my new Booktube channel and I'm really excited to start it, and my Booktube channel is Wizard's Wife Loves Reading, and I also have the hat. I mean this is just my hair, and then there's a hat involved, mostly the wizard hat, which is kind of broke-ish. I just bit my tongue and that hurt. So, yeah. Anyway, so I am doing the Newbie book tag for the Booktube, and I'm really excited because this is a new channel and it's going to be filled with me talking about books and doing book hauls whenever that happens, and just so question number 1. Why did you start this channel? Mostly because I have not actually committed to reading like I thought I would. I think I have read 2 books in the past 3 or 4 years, and that really sucks, mostly because books are awesome and I've been missing out on a lot of really good titles. And I just want to get back into this because I've heard a lot of really good things about certain books that I've been looking out for, and books that I've been wanting to read since probably 2010, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and also because there's a really big community and I just love it. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Well, for one, there's the hat. Just kidding. I'm from South Dakota. I don't really know anybody that reads a lot of books. I only know my friend Ashley and my friend, no, it's just Ashley. She reads books and she loves books, and we both talk about books and we're both really excited about them, so we talk about them all the time, and I just think that it would be really awesome to come up with new content and just kind of like friendship, you know? And also the hat. Question number 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Well, as I said, also friendship, and mostly because I really want to find new titles and new things to work on and new books to read. And you know, if somebody liked this book and somebody liked this book, but they both didn't like this book, why didn't they like that book? Was there something in the book that they just didn't like? Was the author just not feeling it? Was wasted potential? There are so many books that I've read where they've just been wasted potential. They come up with the greatest theme, the greatest tagline, just the far, far and away there was a Greek goddess and she blah, 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 blah. And then it's just yeah, I'm living in the underworld and I'm so cool. And we're going to this secret academy, and Hades is my boyfriend because we're besties. That's disappointing. And that is why I also want to be on Booktube, because I can put my little opinion out there and maybe somebody will be oh my gosh, I think the exact same way, and we can be right. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? I think that kind of goes to, it's fair to say that reading is awesome and you like learning new things about books, and there are always new characters and new names coming out and new people and new writers and new concepts to old things, Robin Hood. There's a book about Robin Hood, and there's this girl that's in love with him, and then there's this Greek god, and he has a kid, and this kid is really cool. Percy Jackson. And then there's all these different things that people never really thought about way back when they were writing stuff, Jane Austen, for example, where she wrote I think it was Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by that other dude. I mean, who would have thought to put zombies in the middle of 18th century England? Is that 18th or 17th? I don't know. I don't care. It's like zombies. I mean, I don't even like zombies, but that looks like a pretty good read. Yeah, I don't like zombies. I'm sorry. Number 5. What book or book series got you into reading? I've been reading since I've been about 3, so I've read a lot of books, but I like To Kill a Mockingbird, but what really got me started into YA was probably this book right here. So yeah, this is Need by Carrie Jones, and I have her as a friend on my old Facebook, and she's just really awesome and really nice, and she's super caring. She wrote on my Facebook wall once for my birthday, and she replies too. Like I sent her a message once and she replied to it, and you just learn so much community about these authors, and they just want to write something cool and put it out into the world. And I really got into this book, and I think it was about 2009 or 2008. I can't remember when this came out, but I will what? There's a sweepstakes? Weird. Okay, so I found this book in, I think it was my junior or senior year of high school, and I was looking for something to read, mostly because it was really 200 something pages. No, 306 pages. So I mean, it's not that bad. It's a really good read, and once you really get into it, like, the pages fly. Next thing you know, you're at the end and you're wondering to yourself, why are you doing this to me? So yeah, I got into this book, and it was really awesome, and after that I was just kind of crazy for books. I read I think I read a bunch of books from my school, and I found the House of Night series. I read book 1, my friend let me borrow it, and then book 2, book 3, book 4, and I bought all on my own. But at the time I was reading book 1, and I told my aunt, she asked me what I wanted for my graduation present, and I was like, I really, really want this book, and this is what it's called, this is what it looks like, I really want it. Well, she went out, and she got the new book that had just come out. She got me number 5. And I was like, this is the 5th book. I don't have the 2nd book yet. I was really disappointed. But, lo and behold, I had gotten really attached to the series, and I read the 1st book, and then I read the 2nd one, 3rd one, 4th one, and by the time I got the 5th one, I was there. I had spent the summer at my dad's house. Well, not the summer. It was like a week. I had spent the week at my dad's house, and he lived in Sioux Falls, and there was a Barnes & Noble, and I got to go to it, and I got a bunch of books, and I was like, Dad, you have to give me all these books. And then he's like, well, you have that one from your aunt. Oh my God. So I read all of the books. Okay, so question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? This is a tough one, mostly because Benjamin of Tomes is my first favorite, and Katie Tastic is my second favorite. Now, I'd probably ask Benjamin of Tomes, if you get rid of books, can I have them? And mostly because he has really good taste, and he has like a really good eye for God and Goddesses books, as well as just books in general. I mean, you need to look at the books that he purchases / owns / just everything that is him, and he's just really awesome. I mean, not that I wouldn't just be like friends just to get his books, mostly because I think he's a really cool person, and he has a really great singing voice, which I'm so jelly of, and also because he seems like a really sweet friend, and that's kind of hard to come by. And I think whatever else I would ask him would probably be, how do you read books in one setting? That's what I want to know. Like, what goes through your mind? And also, what do you think about when you're reading books? And where do you go to read books? And what do you think about when you're reading books? When I say think about, I mean if there's like a scene going on and just what's your thought process? And that's what I would want to know. What I would ask Katie Tastic is probably what is your favorite thing about your friend Christina? One of the two. Because they just seem like really good friends and they both love books, and that's really awesome. And she just seems like a really, really sweet girl, and she seemed really funny and kind of spunky, and just she has a good eye for books as well. She likes the books that are a little bit more challenging, which I also do like a challenge, so that would be interesting as well. And I'd probably ask her the same thing. If you get rid of books, can I have them? Mostly because my husband doesn't want me buying any books until I finish some, or until I finish my whole collection, which that's not going to happen. You and I both know that. You know I'm just going to buy books, right? I'm going to buy books. So, that is that. And I would also ask them logical questions as well, like, you know, what do you want in the next 5 years, and what's your goals, and what's your thought process when it comes to making videos and just, you know, stuff like that. Then I'd probably ask them for their autograph, because when would I ever see them again? And number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Probably the book reviews, because I've already tried recording a book review video and I'm not very good at them because I am horrible at describing things, and just like if I had described this book to you. This book is about a girl that loves cataloging fears, and every chapter is a different fear, and it kind of revolves around what's going on. And she comes to this new school because something happens, and she meets this guy and she really likes him, and then there's this girl that's like her friend, it's kind of like a bunny from what it sounds like, even though she's handicapped, I think. And then there's her friend who's really cool. Oh wait, no, her friend's boyfriend is handicapped, and the girl herself is. See, this right there. That I'm just horrible at describing things. But it happens in Maine. I think she lives in Florida, and then she moves to Maine, or it was like Virginia or something like that. It's been a long time since I've read this, so I don't remember. And so there are times where she's walking down the road and she sees like this really scary thing, and there's like this sprinkly stuff all over. Yeah, I'm horrible at describing, so I would have to really read the synopsis and then say it to myself over and over again, so that way I'm not just like blubbering into the deep abyss. Because this says Zara White suspects a freaky guy is semi-stalking her. She memorizes phobias and chants them when she's nervous. And okay, she hasn't exactly been herself since her stepfather died, but moving to a shivery Maine town to stay with her grandmother is supposed to be the perfect fix. So her mom says. Except this new plan of getting away to help Zara stay sane, yeah, not working. Turns out that the semi-stalker is not a figment of Zara's imagination. He's still following her, leaving behind an eerie trail of gold dust. There's something not right, not human, in this sleepy Maine town, and all signs are pointing to Zara. Which, her name's actually pronounced Sarah, but I said Zara because there's a Z. But this is a really bad review though. If you grabbed Stephanie King and Stephanie Meyer and asked them to co-author a book, they would come up with Need. by Justine magazine. No. That's not what that book is. That's not what that book's like at all. Okay? And I'm sorry, I do want to like Stephenie Meyer. I really, really do. I'm sure she's a great person. But let's just face it. There's some things that we as a community don't talk about. I mean, there's that one part of the Booktube community that absolutely loves the books because of the book, obviously. And then there's me in this really small part of Booktube that doesn't want to talk about it ever in my entire life because I feel like it was wasted potential. I feel like they could have done, well, Stephenie Meyer could have written just a book about Charlie being Charlie because he's Charlie. Or they could have written a book about Rosalie because Rosalie is BA. Has anybody ever thought of that? Or they could have done like a novella off the side about the Quileute legend. I mean, who does not want to hear about Native American folklore? I mean, native dudes that turn into wolves and that are shapeshifters because they're shapeshifters. They're not werewolves because if they were werewolves, other things, they have to be shapeshifters. And can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Just being like 17th century and you just see a Native American, he's walking along, boom, turns into a wolf. Could you imagine how crazy people would be? Somebody would see that and they'd go back to their village and be like, oh my god, I saw a wolf and it was a human and blah blah blah. And then, they'd go on like this witch hunt and then after that, that guy would die. Because they would be like, that guy is crazy and we need to do something about him before everybody starts turning crazy. All because some guy saw some weird stuff in the woods. Didn't think about that, did you? Yeah. Okay. Other than that, that's the end of the questions. So this is my video and it's going to take a really long time to edit. Bye!